usually, often, every morning when you wake up. We're so funny. When you wake up in the morning, often you begin the thought process from where it was before. It's sort of like reorienting yourself. Oh yeah, here I am. Esther quite often is wondering where she is when she wakes up. Bathroom is hard to find when it's in a different place every day. So you wake up and you orient yourself about where you are. And then you usually begin the activation of the things that were going on yesterday, which means there is a continuum from day to day that doesn't change, but it could if you wanted it to. And these are some of the things that we want to visit with you about today. We want you to leave here knowing for sure that you do create your own reality, because you do emit a signal, and because law of attraction responds to the signal, and that things that then match that signal are then realized by you. We want you to leave here today knowing that you are a transmitting and receiving mechanism, and that the thoughts that you think you're thinking are thoughts that in some cases you are projecting, but in most cases you are receiving, because there are not original thoughts. Now there are too many thoughts have been thought. There is too much momentum in the thinking. The evolution of who you are is so far down the road. You are pure positive energy. You are genius creators in these magnificent bodies. You are here creating your own reality with great reason and purpose. And the momentum that has come before is this wonderful ride that is carrying all of us forward, forward, forward. So you are not thinking new thoughts, but you are choosing the direction of the thoughts that are being received by you. Just like tuning your dial. Esther listens to Pulse Radio. She really likes the variety that is there. She has a lot of preset buttons in her cars, and every now and again she just pushes another button and pushes another button and pushes another button, but she's pretty sure of generally what's going to come. She's choosing in some ways a little bit of momentum with lots of options to make new decisions along the way. And that's the thing that we want you to understand. You've got a lot of preset buttons, and some of them are serving you really well, some of them not so well. Esther was thinking the other day, I know I have a lot of beliefs. There are a lot of things that Jerry and I discovered together about our life, about our work, about the world. She said, I wonder if I've got beliefs that are not serving me, that I just keep carrying forward because it's the habit. And so she started then evaluating this situation through the beliefs that she held, because it's quite easy to get set in your ways, isn't it? It's quite easy to decide, well, that always means that, and that always means that. It is easier to have policies. It is easier to be set in your ways. It is easier to have decided things. But you didn't come as a regurgitator. You didn't come to accept a bunch of rules or requirements or regulations or beliefs that others have established. You didn't come just to accept them and focus upon them and prove the validity of someone else's beliefs. You are the creator of your own reality. You came to prove the validity of your beliefs. You came to allow the universe to show you, first of all, your worthiness, your deservability, your blessedness, how you are loved. First, that's what you came to remember. And next, you came to utilize this time-space reality with all of its variety, all of its contrast, all of its pieces and colors and textures, all of the deliciousness of this time-space reality. You came to use this palette of sight and sound and feel and taste. You came to experience your version of all of this as a creator, not as an observer. As a creator, not as a regurgitator. As a creator. So, we are eager to talk with you about anything that matters to you. Nothing is off limits. You will discover the perfect unfolding of this day. Esther was thinking about you as she was getting ready to come and play with you. And she was thinking about the momentum of your lives. She was thinking about how we are all queued up for something really wonderful to occur collectively, co-creatively here today. We're eager to visit with you. What do you want to talk about? Some things. A lot of trouble in this room. A lot of trouble. All right. You are magnificent in your diversity. And you are perfect in your differences. And the diversity of you is what is responsible for the evolution and the continuing of you. And in your awareness and appreciation of difference now, you can receive the benefit of everything that has ever been before, right here and now. You can open yourself to receiving the fullness of everything that all of us have become right here and now. Everyone who has ever lived, who has ever explored contrast and launched rockets of preference for improvement, is standing in awareness of you and flowing all of that love and all of that knowledge and all of that worthiness right there to you. And so, as an individual of the world, as you stand in openness of feeling all of that, that's tuned in, tapped in, turned on. That's enlivenment. That's being alive. That's empowerment. That's pure love. That's unconditional love.
Okay.
Yeah. So what would we say to the world? Feel satisfaction with what is and eagerness for more. That's the perfect mantra. Satisfaction with what is. Appreciation for what is. And eagerness for more. Well, the thing is, at the heart of every religion is a vibrational basis. But a lot of religions as they exist today have morphed in terms of the way people are translating it way past the vibrational basis. So people are actually using the word love while they've got hate in their heart. So they're talking about love all the time, but they're not loving while they're talking about it. They're feeling hate. And the reason they're feeling hate is because before they felt hate, they felt fear. Before they felt hate, they felt fear, and hate's just an improvement over the fear that they were feeling. They felt vulnerable. They felt not enough. They felt defensive. They felt guarded. They felt disadvantaged, you see. Well, the very fact that they can feel so disadvantaged speaks to the true advantage they have, doesn't it? The very fact that they can feel such fear or hate speaks to the love that is truly who they are, doesn't it? But how are you going to get there from there? Well, you just can't continue to beat the drum of what's gone wrong and can't continue to beat the drum of what's wrong with you and you and you. You can't continue to rail against diversity when diversity is the basis of all that you are. You got to bless your differences that have caused your nowness, you see. So the problem with this conversation is that you are all getting it because you're right up to speed with where we are. But as you think about speaking these words to others who don't get it, it sort of strikes fear to your heart because you can't get them to perceive what you perceive. Don't worry, everyone will when they make their transition, and all the new ones coming in are already feeling it. The balance of your planet is really, really wonderful. The beasts, the animals of your planet, they're all pure positive energy. The new ones coming in at really rapid rate right now are pure positive energy. Those who are making their transition are finding alignment with who they are, and those like you are finding it even while you are still here in your physical body, just leaving behind more and more resistance. So nothing's broken. We don't have to fix the world. The world is not broken. The world is working really, really well. The only thing that we're even having a conversation with you about this the only reason is because we want you to be joyful now. We want you to find a way to be joyful now. We want you to be who you are now. We want you to feel the fullness and the pleasure and the perfection of what's going on planet Earth right now. You are evolving. It is a magnificent time. This is the time of waking. This is the time of greatest expansion. The potential for joy in this time is greater than it has ever been, and getting greater in every moment that goes on, you see. There is nothing to worry about. There's nothing to fear. There's only vibrational dissonance from the well-being that is abundant, you see. If there was anything that we could just zap you with, knock you over the head with, leave you with, it would be this understanding. Things aren't getting worse, they're getting better. Because the desires and dreams that all have launched is still held in a vortex and is still in the process of being realized. It has already been the perfection that you're all looking for, the abundance, the wellness, the clarity, the joy, the fun, the thriving that you're all looking for has already been vibrationally achieved. And now it's up to you as individuals to be the perceiver of that, you see. Oh, the perceiver of that. But you can't be the perceiver of well-being when you're listening to rhetoric about how bad they are and how bad they are and how this is wrong and how this is wrong and how this is wrong. Disconnect yourself from CNN and watch what happens to your life, you see. No longer activate the vibration of resistance that prevents you from being the realizer of all of the good that all of us have created, that is so abundant and just ripe for the picking, you see. Ripe for the realization, ripe for the perceiving, just right on the tip of your tongue, right on the tip of your mind, right on the tip of your manifestation. Right there for you, right there for you, right there for you, right there for you. But where are you? Well, I'm beating the drum of this and I'm beating the drum of that. Well, cut it out. Be the happy people that you were born to be, and then watch the exponential expansion of your happiness until there'll be moments that there will be so many things bursting into your experience in perfection on so many different levels and subjects that you will know for sure, unequivocally, the perfection, the value, the worthiness, the rightness of your beingness in that moment. You'll know it. And not only by changing the perception will you feel better in the moment, but then all of the evidence that supports your newfound perception will roll into your experience. And then you will bless every rascal in the world that helped you launch all those rockets of desire. You will bless all the pieces of your vortex as they start manifesting in your experience. Oh, Esther felt such appreciation as this manifestation came wafting in. She had deja vu all day, every day, as she realized how many things were in her vortex that she didn't even know were there until she chilled out and let them show up. You got that. Have fun. It's easier than we are making it out to be. We're using far too many words. We blame you, and we don't blame you. We're using far more words. You're getting it, aren't you? You've got it. You know. Don't you feel better than you did a little while ago? Aren't you feeling eager about life? And aren't you pleased that the universe is demonstrating to you in great frequency the improvement in your vibration that you are accomplishing? Don't you like being the creator of your own experience, the deliberate creator? Don't you like to think and feel on purpose? Do you like knowing that you are more than this physical body? And do you like knowing the perspective of Source who is there with you, not looking at you, thinking with you, flowing through you, aware of what you're talking about, aware of what you're doing, aware of where you're driving and where you're shopping and about what you're eating, aware of you, aware and enjoying the pleasure of the perfection of you, you see. So when you give yourself a little bit more of a break and stop beating up on yourself so much and accept the perfection that is you by just catching a glimpse of it here and here and here and here and here, before you know it, you will have checked off your list everything that you thought you wanted. And you'll stop making those lists because you'll realize that you've made enough of them to keep you busy for 20 or 30 lifetimes. You've set your goals. You've made your plans. You've done your asking, and it is done. And now it's time for you to tune your perception to the receiving of all that you are. Feels so good as that happens. That's your evidence, how you feel. The calmness, the clearness, the lightheartedness. That's Esther's new favorite word. I like that feeling of lighthearted, that fun, lighthearted feeling. Inner perspective of right where you are with pleasure and pride and love, you see. And when you let yourself feel that, then that's who you are in the world. And all good things must be your experience. It's just the way law of attraction works.